Tonight's episode of the Scarlet Derby is brought to you by Ray's Energy Drink. For an energy drink that doesn't taste like rocket fuel and doesn't put sugar in your gas tank, drink Ray's. Visit repsports.com and use the code DERBYSENTME at checkout for 15% off your online order.
When darkness comes and brings the wicked ones, you shall not fear the way. For upon our land there's those who take a stand and always save the day. You know when it comes time to rid the streets of crime, that they shall not delay. They are London's greatest champions, the Scarlet Derby and Midnight Jay.
And here he is, the star of our show, a man who proves that a 10-gallon hat does not belong on a 9-gallon head. The Scarlet Derby. Thank you, Gary. That's our announcer, Gary. He's wearing a paper bag on his head because he hopes to have a career after having appeared on this show. Anyway, welcome one and all to this very momentous first episode of the Scarlet Derby and Midnight Jay on the air. I personally can't wait. For you see, I've been making online videos since approximately September of 2013, and while email advice shows and video game let's plays are all fine and dandy, it's about time that I get to show you internet animation fans what my fantastic turn-of-the-century adventures are truly about. Let's face it, folks, I'm a superhero. I don't dress like this because I secretly want to disappear inside of 3D posters. I live for action and adventure, and I've always wanted to bring you this show. So let's not waste another minute. Gary, take it away. Ah yes, DRBY Studios hereby officially and proudly presents the very first serialized adventure of the Scarlet Derby and Midnight Jay, London's most courageous crime-fighting power couple. Their adventures having been previously chronicled throughout multiple comic books and light novels. Those of you who have been following those adventures know that our two unshakable crusaders frequently do battle with the most sinister of villains, just like this one, the hideous Silas Monstrosity.
Aha! Now, Scarlet Derby and Midnight Jay, you will now be forced to watch helplessly as I bring the entirety of London's trade economy to an excruciating halt.
I can't believe that it's going to end like this. Silas Monstrosity is mere seconds from dropping a massively corrosive chemical bomb on the entire George Street treasury, thereby rendering its massive collection of treasured precious metals completely worthless.
Yes, and more so that he managed to trap us so thoroughly beforehand.
Well, it was rather ingenious of him to construct a cage made out of 4 bank teller windows glued together. For the life of me, I've never seen anyone on the other side of one of these things.
Yes, and once the entirety of London's economy is in ruins, the priceless Lou Phillips diamond that I recently stole from the museum will make me the wealthiest man in the entire city.
We'd better do something and fast.
Hold on, dear. Do you still have that big deposit slip from the transaction you wanted to do this morning?
Just so happens that I do.
Give it to me, and pretend you're actually doing the transaction while you're at it.
Okay. Excuse me, miss. I was wondering if you could manage to bring me 25 pounds and only 10 pence rolls.
Hold on a moment, sir. I will need to check the back.
Wow, I can't believe that actually worked.
Now, I think once I take over London, I shall rename the Philharmonic into the Monstrosity Monic, but then I wonder if they'll still let me on as a guest conductor.
You'll have plenty of time to work on your compositions when we put you in Sing Sing, Silas.
Midnight Jay, how on earth did you escape?
I just happen to be an expert bean counter. Which reminds me, did you know that you can easily fashion a working set of brass knuckles out of nothing but paper pence rolls?
Not in the face.
Try to chump change us, will you?
Ah!
I've got your receipt right here.
Ooh!
And for opening a new account with us today, here's your free toaster.
Egad!
And so, with Silas's plan fairly thwarted, the city of London has once again been spared by our diligent duo. But little do they know that yet another despicable villain is lurking menacingly in the shadows. Will the plot concocted by this fiend finally lead to our hero's ultimate undoing? Tune in next time to hear the Scarlet Derby say... Hello? Hello? I think I'm still trapped between the teller windows. Anybody there? I think I fell on the 10-pence roll in my pocket. I'm going to need a cold pack. Let's take a phone call. Hello? This is the Scarlet Derby speaking.
Good evening, dear.
Oh, it's Midnight J, but why are you calling the hotline?
Well, I was just going over the script for this new advertisement we're going to be doing. The one that goes, Sal's famous spaghetti sauce is the only spaghetti sauce that fits 18 whole Roma tomatoes inside of an itty-bitty jar.
That's the ad. What do you feel might be wrong with it?
Well, I just got to wonder, how can Sal do such a thing? Putting 18 whole Roma tomatoes inside of an itty-bitty jar.
Well, I don't know how, but I do know why if you're interested.
Certainly.
Well, darling, the reason Sal's famous spaghetti sauce fits 18 whole Roma tomatoes into an itty-bitty jar is so that you'll become a better Italian cook.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so.
Dear, do you know how I fit 7 Roma tomatoes inside of an itty-bitty jar?
How?
Hi-ya!
I think it would be best to skip that commercial. I'll order some takeout instead.
Yes, that would be wise.
We'll be right back. You know, it's a lot of hard work being a superhero. Lots of long hours, lots of late nights, and a heck of a lot of, well, let's say physical exertion. A fellow sure can get run down real easy. And I just love to recharge with one of those newfangled modern-day energy drinks, but there's a problem. Sometimes energy drinks are loaded up with lots of junk I don't really want in my system, like sugar and artificial ingredients. Your body's a temple, and if you're not too careful, you're gonna wind up with a temple of doom. I'm also not the biggest fan of the flavor of most modern energy drinks. I know I gotta drink the whole beverage in order to net the benefits, but I'm not gonna get through it if it's gonna taste like a boiled horseshoe. I say, give me something to drink that is going to put the joy in my taste buds as easy as it's going to put the spring in my step. That's why I choose Ray's Energy Drink. Ray's comes in a great big variety of lip-smacking flavors like Baja Lime, sour gummy worms, and my personal favorite, grape bubblegum. Every can of Ray's is 100% sugar-free, and it comes with Rep Sports' patented Refresh formula, which combines time-release caffeine with potassium, electrolytes, and BCAA amino acids in a total package that maximizes your alertness and focus. Sure does sound better than a midday sugar crash, doesn't it? Well, thanks to my endorsement deal, you can get all the Rays you want and save a few rubles with each order. Just use my top secret password, Derby sent me at checkout, and the fine folks at repsports.com will take 15% off of each order. Those orders support my website too. So if you want to keep your old pal the Scarlet Derby going, physically and financially, head on over to repsports.com and order your cans of Rays today.